To polish your Nempnett Thrubwell, you'll need the assembled enclosure, the wooden knob holder thing, the plastic gloves, the pot of beeswax polish, some newspaper and a soft cotton cloth. Now the glue has dried, you can remove the rubber band. Put on the gloves and open the pot of polish. If you don't put on the gloves, you'll get covered in it. I speak from extensive experience. With your Nempnett Thrubwell sitting on some newspaper, start applying the polish sparingly in the direction of the grain. The idea is to apply a layer of polish which is left to dry. Make sure you cover the sides as well, but don't bother with the back. Having covered the enclosure in polish, push the wooden knob into the handy knob holder thing and apply beeswax to the knob. Try not to get polish on the back of the knob, as we'll later want to glue the knob into a gear. Once the enclosure and knob have been covered in polish, leave them to dry for about 15 minutes. You can leave it longer, but the polish gets a little more difficult to buff. Once the polish has dried, get a soft cloth and buff the polish in the direction of the grain. You can rub tightly round the screw heads to remove excess polish if you wish, or this can be left if you want a slightly older, worn look. Any stubborn patches will buff out given a little bit more effort. Finally, buff the wooden knob. Before applying another coat of polish, leave the wooden parts to properly dry for at least 2 hours. Mine's a coffee, thanks. Now repeat the polishing process. It's well worth applying several more coats of polish, as the colour of the wood will darken and you'll end up with it having a lovely sheen. Just remember to wait at least 2 hours between buffing and applying the next coat. Once you are happy with the finish, unscrew the front of your Nempnett Thrubwell. You'll notice most of the holes will be clogged up a bit with polish. To remove this, pull the cloth through the larger holes and use a screw or some other pointy thing to clear the smaller ones. Finally, remove the wooden knob from its holder. Keep the holder, as it will be used later in the assembly. Now sit back and enjoy looking at your beautifully polished Nempnett Thrubwell enclosure. Well done!